Good morning and welcome to Daily Red Devil for all of your latest Manchester United transfer news and talk. Lots to get into on this morning's video, but before we do that, please do me a small favour. If you are watching for the first time today, make sure to subscribe, bottom right hand corner, and also give the video a like. On today's video, we're going to be talking about Tyler Dibling from Southampton. More links suggesting that Manchester United have approached Southampton. We'll talk about that. We're also going to be talking about Bryan Mbeumo apparently growing frustrated over the lack of developments in the transfer to Manchester United. I mean, aren't we all? A bit on Rashford, a bit on Sancho, Garnacho, all of that good stuff. As always, we start the show off with a question. The question today is going to be about Tyler Dibling. How do you feel about the prospect of Manchester United going in for Tyler Dibling? Is he the player that we need? Get your thoughts in the comment section below. I want to hear you guys' thoughts on Tyler Dibling. So we're going to start off by bringing you the news on Tyler Dibling. Whilst I'm doing this, obviously you can get your comments in about whether you think Tyler Dibling would be a good fit or not. So this is coming out from, it's a couple of strange sources, to be honest. It's coming out from Plettigol, who is a German Sky Sports journalist. Bit random. I think Sky Sports have reported it as well in the UK, but he's effectively reporting this morning, Florian Plettenberg, that apparently Manchester United have reached out to Southampton to understand the deal, a deal involving Tyler Dibling. And they have been told that the asking price is 55 to 65 million euros. I mean, I just don't understand that. Why would anybody pay 55 to 65 million euros for Tyler Dibling? He played 33 times in the Premier League last season as an attacking player, right? He got 2 goals and no assists. Like, I don't understand it. If he's worth 65 million euros at the age of 19, having scored 2 goals in professional football, then how much is Garnacho worth? You know, we all say get rid of Garnacho. He's not good enough. All the rest of it, fine. I get that, and not good enough. That's not the right word. Doesn't have the right attitude. Isn't a team player. I would agree with all of those things, right? But how is it that Southampton can value Tyler Dibling at 55 to 65 million euros for somebody who's only had 1 season in the Premier League? Playing as an attacking player, he scored 2 goals. Garnacho last year, in Manchester United's worst team, got 6 goals in the Premier League, so 3 times the amount of Tyler Dibling, and he got 2 assists. The year before that, at the age of 19, Garnacho got 7 goals in the Premier League, so nearly 4 times the amount of Tyler Dibling, and 6 assists. I just don't understand. Like, where do these clubs get these valuations from? I personally feel like he's going to end up at Tottenham, Tyler Dibling. But obviously it is a news show. Sky Sports saying that apparently we've inquired for Tyler Dibling and we have been told that the asking price is 65 million euros. Now, would you go in for Tyler Dibling? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I wouldn't. Not a hope in hell. No way. Zero interest in Tyler Dibling. You know, maybe he turns out to be a good player in the future. I don't know, but we don't need another 19-year-old who's inexperienced, who's not proven, not ready. We just don't need that. We've got so many players like that already. Some of which will probably turn out good, some of which won't. And I think if we're going to sign anybody attacking-wise, we need someone who's going to guarantee us goals. Bringing in somebody who scored 2 goals last season, like, really? So, yeah, for me, it's a massive, massive no. If it was like 5 million, 10 million, 15 million, yeah, maybe, consider it. But for 55 to 65 million euros, you're literally having a laugh. But you can obviously let me know your thoughts on Tyler Dibling in the comment section. This is coming out from Sky Sports, like I said, that apparently Manchester United have inquired and they've been told that the asking price is 55 to 65 million euros. Okay, that's fine. That's done. The next story we have for you here is in relation to Alvaro Fernandez. So obviously he was the left back who Ten Hag sold. So Fabrizio's confirming this morning that Manchester United have rejected the option to buy Alvaro Fernandez back. So obviously we have this buyback clause, which would allow us to bring him back from Benfica. Manchester United have said, no, we're not going to do that. And he is now on the brink of joining Real Madrid. I'm not sure what the transfer fee is going to be. I know we have, I think it's a 20% sell-on clause again. So if they sell him for 50 million, we would get 10. I can't exactly remember what the transfer fee is for this deal. I mean, I don't think it's actually been made public yet, but I think it's going to be somewhere in the region of 30 to 40 million euros from what I remember. So, there'll be a little bit of money there for us. 20% of whatever the transfer fee is will go to us as part of the deal that we agreed when we sold him to Benfica. But yeah, I don't really understand this. I think if he's going to Real Madrid, he must be good enough. Why is he not good enough for Manchester United? We've got a buyback clause in his contract, right? I mean, I don't get it. We did just, to be fair, buy that Diego Leon guy. But, I mean, is he even going to be a first-team player? I'm not convinced. Yeah, strange. They only paid 5 million for him as well, Benfica. That's mad. Yeah, and there's a 20% sell-on clause. It looks like they're going to trigger his release clause, it says. Crazy. So we should get a decent amount of money for this, to be fair. His release clause is 42 million. Wow. 42 million release clause, apparently. That's decent. So we would get around £8.5 million from this transfer. If it's £42 million release clause and we get 20% of it. I mean, I'll take that any day of the week. So yeah, there you go. It looks like Alvaro Fernandez is going to be joining Real Madrid, and Manchester United will benefit from this release clause and from this sell-on clause that they had, and will receive around 8 million. I mean, it's still kind of laughable, isn't it? When you think that we sold him for 5 million, right? And then like a year or so later, they've sold him for 42 million. Same with Anthony Elanga. We sold him to Nottingham Forest for what, like 10, 12 million? And they've just sold him for what, 55 million? It's mad. Yeah, it's crazy, crazy, crazy. But I mean, if we try and spin a bit of a positive from this, we're getting 20% of the transfer fee of Elanga, and we are getting 20% of the transfer fee of Alvaro Fernandez to Real Madrid as well. So, I mean, it's decent. Decent. I'll take it. Could be better, obviously, but yeah, we'll take it. All right, moving on from there, let's talk a little bit now about Bryan Mbeumo, because it seems like this morning frustration is building in the Bryan Mbeumo camp over the lack of activity involving his move from Brentford to Manchester United. I mean, I think we're all frustrated here, aren't we? Like, what is going on? Why is it taking so long? There's no excuses anymore. There is literally zero excuses for this transfer to be taking this long, other than that they're incompetent. Our first pre-season game is literally a week on Saturday. Pre-season has already started on Monday at Carrington. I don't know what they're doing. They're umming and ahhing over a couple of £1 million. And you know what's going to happen, right? In a couple of days' time, they'll just pay the money that they want anyway. They'll 100% just pay the asking price. I bet you any money. They'll have wasted 8 weeks negotiating, and they'll still end up paying the 60 million, 62.5 million, whatever it is that Brentford are asking. That will 100% happen. It's almost guaranteed. Yeah, it's just annoying, isn't it? It's just annoying. I think there was a lot of positivity going into this transfer window. There was a lot of people thinking, like, this is going to be the biggest window of our career, or of our recent career. But it just doesn't seem to be going that way. Anyway, let's move on from there. There's a little bit of news on Tyrell Malacia. You probably don't care about this, but again, it is a news show. So apparently Celtic have inquired about signing Malacia. Okay, probably his level. Apparently Manchester United are asking for £3 million to sell Malacia this summer. I think he's only got 1 year left on his deal. So, I mean, £3 million is pretty laughable, isn't it? But I would take anything at this point. Yeah, he's got 1 year left on his deal, Malacia. £3 million. We bought him for 15 million euros, which is what? don't know, £11 million maybe. In relation to PSR, we've probably, let's have a look. So we paid 13 million for him, and that was 3 years ago. So let me just work out how much money we've got left on his deal. He had a 4-year deal. 13 divided by 4. So yeah, he's probably got about £3 million left on his PSR. So if we sell him for 3 million, then on the books we don't technically lose anything. Obviously, we get rid of his wages as well. So I would take 3 million at this point. He's on 75 grand a week. Mental. That is actually crazy. Malacia is on £75,000 a week. Wow. Fair play to whoever negotiated that contract for him. Do you know what's crazy, right? We all slag off Garnacho. Garnacho is only on 50k a week. And then you've got Tyrell Malacia on 75,000 per week. Rasmus Højlund is on 85,000 a week. Mate, we pay, the wages we pay are crazy. There's no way that Malacia or Rasmus Højlund are justifying the amount of money that they're being paid. Kobbie Mainoo's only on 25k a week. No wonder there's like some unrest in this team. Like when there's people like Garnacho who play every single game, only on 50k a week, then gets dropped for the final for Mason Mount, who's been injured all season and is on 250 grand a week. Like no wonder he's pissed off. Like, on a human level, obviously we're all like annoyed at Garnacho. I get it. We want him gone. But imagine this, right? You're paid 1/5 of somebody else at your company. That person at your company is ill for the whole year, doesn't come in, always injured, never gets picked. And then the biggest event of your company's history, recent history, comes up, and the person who's never available then gets picked. I mean, you'd be pissed off, wouldn't you? So I do get it. Obviously, it's not how a professional footballer should be, should be acting, but I do kind of get it at the same time. Doesn't make it all right, but I do get it. Crazy. All right, let's see what else. Let's see what else is going on today then. Okay, so yeah, the Bryan Mbeumo one. I mean, frustration is probably a light way of putting it. There's more stories this morning about Tyler Dibling. Fabrizio Romano's reporting this morning on Tyler Dibling. United has looked into the potential costs of a deal for Calvert-Lewin, who will be open and excited to join. I bet he would be. It says there are currently no concrete negotiations. The club will assess their options and will consider the possibilities they have for the striker position. Wow. I don't even know what to say. I mean, luckily it seems more like he's being offered to Manchester United than Manchester United is actively looking to buy him. So I guess that's a positive. You know, it's not like we're actively trying to sign him. It's more that his agent is trying to get him a move to Manchester United. That's really what's happening here. So I don't think we need to worry too much. Effectively, they're saying if they can't get their main targets, then maybe they'll consider it. I mean, just go and get your main targets. It's as simple as that, really. Just go and get your main targets. Go and get your main targets and be done with it. But yeah, we're clearly not going to be able to do that, are we? All right, let me see if there's anything else. I was really hoping that this week everything would start picking up, but nothing's really happened, has it, this week? Nothing's really happened. Apparently Marcus Rashford's back at Carrington, for those of you who care. Oh, I've got a sneeze coming. Oh, yeah. Right, but yeah, that's as far as I can see, that's pretty much everything we have for this morning. Nothing's really going on. Another day of here scratching our heads. I mean, the Tyler Dibling story was one thing, but like I said, that was from Plettigol, Sky Sports journalist in Germany. Bit of a random one. The Bryan Mbeumo frustration, I mean, that's kind of obvious. Everyone knows he's frustrated. We're all frustrated. And other than that, it's silent. It is horribly silent coming out of Manchester United. But anyway, I'm going to wrap the video up. Have a great day, morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. Don't forget to drop a like before you leave. This has been Daily Red Devil, and I'll speak to you all later. Bye-bye.